Best on Tour this week is presented by Best on Tour. Sign up for free at bestontour.net. Good morning and welcome to another edition of Best on Tour this week, presented by bestontour.net. I'm your host, Matt Pangrac, along with Dave Rush from Best on Tour in a newly upgraded studio setting. Dave, the Angler of the Years have been decided on both the BPT and the Bassmaster Elite Series, but some really cool competition still taking place this week and over the past week in fishing. We will start with the MLF Team Series, which took place in Michigan. Father-son duo. Is it the first father-son duo victory that I can remember in professional bass fishing?
I would say on this level for sure.
Alton Jones Sr., Alton Jones Jr. win the B&W Trailer Hitches Challenge Cup presented by 5 Hour Energy in Port Huron on Michigan's Thumb Coast. They get $20,000 apiece, $40,000 for Team 7 Brew Coffee to get the W.
Yeah, and two pretty sweet-looking trophies. I don't know if you saw the press release on that one, Matt. Back to the cup-style trophies that were reminiscent of the early Major League Fishing days. Pretty sweet hardware to take home to Texas, and described in the press release as a combination of Alton Jones's experience and Alton Jones Jr.'s bait selection to team up to get the job done there in Michigan. And I don't know if you got a chance to watch it, man, but some really cool drone footage for that event. The water was crystal clear and made for some really cool visuals there.
This was the first of the team series. 12 teams competed in this, a really eclectic group. In the top, Adrian Avina and Dustin Connell, Team Yeti, they finished second, each got $11,000 each for their effort. Then hometown favorite Ron Nelson teamed with Martin Villa for Team O'Reilly Auto Parts to round out the top third, 19,000 total, 9,500 apiece. One of the interesting things about this team series, Dave, is each angler wins at minimum a $4,500 check for participating in the event. So a lot of talk about payouts. Unique team series here. With the product that they're putting out, each angler gets paid regardless of where they finished out of the 12 of these teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And the veteran team of Mark Davis, Gary Klein, rounding out the top four there, finishing in fourth. So a little bit of something for everybody, younger anglers, experienced anglers in between, hometown favorites. So a really good event there for Major League Fishing in Port Huron.
Let's move over to Team USA Bass, a little international fishing experience. They are practicing currently this week as of September 2nd in South Africa. The USA Bass team in South Africa for the 19th Black Bass World Championships. The one, the only, Kevin Van Dam is captaining, but not fishing, similar to what we saw in the Ryder Cup, where Keegan Bradley did not select himself as part of the team. 6 anglers in with Logan Parks, Kyle Welcher, Scott Martin, Ott Defoe, Jacob Wheeler, and Drew Gill. They team up for 3 two-man teams to compete in this event for another world championship, potentially for the United States. That's one heck of a team, Dave.
Yeah, some pretty cool parallels there to the Ryder Cup. And apparently in South Africa, it is known as training, Matt, not practice. If you look at the social media posts, it's training. But quick little tidbit, I did the math. So total earnings of the USA Bass team roster, $12,495,075 earned amongst those anglers throughout their career. So, man, I mean, some absolute legends of the sports and some guys that, some younger anglers that have been getting it done as well. So very interested to see what goes down there. And, the fact that it's in South Africa, if you followed professional fishing for a while, you know that South Africa has sent many anglers to the Bassmaster Classic, different forms of team angling. So South Africa is definitely a hot spot for bass fishing.
The teams that will be competing are a team of Jacob Wheeler and Kyle Welcher, Scott Martin and Logan Parks, and Ott Defoe and Drew Gill. You can follow all of the coverage on that through press releases, obviously all of those anglers through their social media, but usaangling.org. There is another championship that is on the table. It is the MLF Invitational Championship, returning to a familiar venue where we just saw the Elite Series conclude and crown Chris Johnson as back-to-back Angler of the Year, La Crosse, Wisconsin.
Yes, we are back in La Crosse, but a little different setup this time. Pools 7, 8, and 9 are in play. The tournament starts September 5th, but a reduced playing field, only 36 anglers in the field. So that is going to open it up. Not as much pressure other than locals. So very interested to see how that goes down. In 2021, when their championship was there, Jimmy Washam took home the title. So will be interesting to see how that all plays out on La Crosse. A little bit later, a little bit cooler, water temperatures dropping. Probably going to see some of the same things we saw at the Bassmaster Elite Series, but maybe a little bit of different fishing options there going on as well as the weather starts to cool off.
All right, one of your specialties with Best on Tour, like I said, we cover on and off the water industry news, another tackle acquisition.
Yeah, something that came across my radar a while back that I meant to talk about that we frankly just skipped out on with scheduling. Bass Mooch, if you're familiar with Bass Mooch, company, tackle, apparel, involved with level rods, making a lot of moves. You may have noticed they signed Hank Cherry, Brian Latimer. They have acquired Profound Outdoors. If you're familiar with that name, synonymous with Timmy Horton, the Azuma crankbaits, the Z-Boss, which was a huge deal on ledge fishing for quite some time, and Clone Plastics. They are now a part of Bass Mooch brand. So that's what's going on in the industry news this week.
Become a better angler. Go behind the scenes of the top fishing tours. Learn the business side of the fishing industry and how to get sponsors. The Best on Tour newsletter brings you all that once a week, completely free. Sign up bestontour.net. You can also go to that website, see some of the blogs, see a sample, some of the really cool percentages, the polls, all of that. Well worth your time, completely free to your inbox once a week.
Every Thursday.
Thanks, Dave. We'll see you next week.